Hey guys, you have the new OPPO R5 here. It's one of the thinnest device in the market. It's also very premium, almost all made of metal plus the glass out here. Now we're mainly going to talk about two features of this device that we really like. One is the charging, the new VOOC charger, and then we'll talk about the camera in detail. So first, the charger. Now remember, the R5 has a 5.2-inch screen here, but it's full HD, so you have a very high resolution, crisp display, which also means that this is gonna eat lots of battery. So you need lots of battery life either, or a charger that can really charge you fast enough. The battery is not very big, it only has a 2000 mAh battery, so obviously you need a charger that can charge the device up. Now the 2000 mAh battery, I think might have to do with the fact that they had to make this phone really thin, so they couldn't have inserted a bigger battery maybe. But whatever the reason, you generally get chargers of 1 ampere, 1.5 or even 2 amperes on some flagships. So 1 ampere is usual, but that actually takes a lot of time to charge the device up. OPPO comes with this new VOOC charger. It spells as VOOC. There you can see. Now you'll see that the output of this charger is 5 ampere. That's a lot. You'll see even the iPads take 2.4 ampere. So this has more than twice of the output of most of the tablets. So that's the VOOC charger. It comes with the USB micro USB 2.0 cable. Now OPPO claims that 5-minute charging of this would enable you to talk for 2 more hours, and about 30 minutes of charge will take you through about 75% of the battery. Now we tested this on our lab over 2 times, and what you can confirm is that number one, in 5-minute charge it takes you to about 12% of charging, which well, I don't know if it will enable you to talk for about 2 hours, but still at least you'll get a fair amount of talking. 30 minutes of charging would take this one to about 63 to 64%, which is again, well, not exactly up to the 75% mark, but it's still very decent, more than 50%. To completely charge the phone, this guy took about 1 hour 10 minutes. Whether the same thing when we tried to charge it with a 1 ampere charger, that took more than 1.5 hours. So you generally would gain probably about half an hour of charging time on each cycle, which is very good in terms in specifically when you're traveling, for example. So that's one thing. The VOOC charger is very cool. And remember, not all devices support this amount of output. So the R5 supports, OPPO has made it in such a way that it actually can take 5 ampere output current. Next, we'll talk about the camera. So the R5 has a very advanced camera, although you will see at the first sight you would find the UI pretty simple, and it's very fast, although not exactly 0 lag, but this would do. Yeah, so it takes 20 burst shots, and then you can start your video recording right from there. You can take stills during recording. You can pause the video if you do not want to create new files, or you can stop the video, and that would be one file. Your flash settings out there, the front camera, yeah, and you can actually, you see, you have lots of options of natural, memory, rainbow, mono, and even have a option called Japanese. Anyway, so the front camera is good, but it lacks a bit of detail. I'll just show you again. Do you see, specifically in some modes? But it's the back camera that really thrilled me, mainly because you have lots of shooting modes. But I'm first gonna show you the settings. So you have 4:3 and 13 megapixel, and then wide screen in 10 megapixel. Full HD video. It also supports HDR video mode. You have tab shutter and whatnot. Now coming to the shooting mode, which is my favorite feature or my favorite functions of the camera really. It comes out from here. Now remember, some of this I downloaded, which you can do from here, add app, but it has lots and lots of shooting modes. You have your normal, of course. You have an expert mode, which lets you control the exposure compensation there. You see the shutter speed, even the ISO, and the exposure compensation scale, which is great. And then you can actually manual focus. Okay, actually manual focus, or let the camera do by switching that off. You can also change the white balance. Now white balance we've seen, but having being able to change the shutter speed and ISO, and even being able to manually control the focus is amazing, and you would only probably found in the cameras and not here on phones much. Apart from that, you also have other things like beautify, which of course post process your portrait, even ultra HD function, and then slow shutter, and you have colorful nights. You have a raw mode which clicks your photo in a raw file, so that you have greater post processing opportunities, because raw files preserve all the details of the image. So even if your image, let's say, comes underexposed, you can actually recover those details. One of the most exciting thing is something called as after focus, which lets you shift the focus from the subject to the background, or from background to the subject after you're taking the photo. Well, it wasn't there till about a few months ago, or maybe about a year ago or year and a half ago, but now you see that feature in lots of flagship phones. So that feature is here as well. It's good because at times you start clicking photos in haste, let's say you're in a party, or you're in a public place where you could not stay much longer in that particular spot. So you took some photos and you saw that the focus wasn't exactly on a subject. So if you select this after focus beforehand and then take the photos, you'll be able to shift the focus. And you can also go ahead and add some different apps out here. You see slow shutter, for example, HDR, panorama, audio, photo. You can also make GIF. Yeah, you see raw. Cool. Even Ultra HD is a very, very high resolution 50 MP photos that actually gives you a lot of pixel to work with. So we've checked out the image and video quality. They are very good, very crisp, and full of details under enough light. Even when you crop them to 100%, they show the detail, although you see slight noise, but that's okay for a smartphone. You can expect that. The saturation and hue are natural, and even the videos do not show any fuzziness or softness even towards the edge. Under low light you see slight softness and loss of details, but that's expected from a phone. Still, I think this is one of the better low light camera phones. So that's the OPPO R5, and just try to focus on two features this time and not a review of the whole device. Two features that I personally really like. The camera, this advance is really good and brings your phone that much closer to a dedicated camera. Thank you.